I was 16 when I made my first short film, and I had no idea what I was doing, but yet I still did it. You may be wondering, why even try? I've always been interested in doing anything movies, making anything movies from a very little age. And that particular period seemed like the perfect time. I've always been waiting for when I had the right equipment, but I've never truly had it. So I decided to go ahead with what I had. And on the plus side, I had just graduated from my boarding school, where I spent 3 years in. So of course I had enough time to make it. While making it, a lot of reality checks dawned on me. First of all, I had no budget. I literally had zero budget, zero naira for it. So what did I do? I had to craft the script based on things that were available in my environment. So I couldn't write big explosions into it. Rather than having a gun in it, I could just have a kitchen knife in it. So that's what I did. No proper equipment. Here we go again. Proper equipment. Never truly had that. Still up to now, I don't have that. I'm still recording this video on the phone. But you have to make do with what you have. At that point in time, September of 2025, I had to make it with the cell phone I had available to me, which was a Tecno Spark 4. Yes, a Tecno Spark 4. It's definitely not a flagship phone. I had to record audio, borrowing Tecno Pouvoir. I had to record the audio with another phone, which was also not a flagship phone. And the audio, it's manageable, but yeah. Don't worry, Mama. I'll bring him back home. I had support while making this project from my siblings. One from my sister, who would act as my scene partner. Because in the particular shot I did, I was testing out split screen effect, twinning effect. So I would act out my part, and then she would act out the other part, and then we'll switch. So yeah, I did have support while making it, which made the journey way smoother and way easier for me. And of course, I had a lot of self-doubt. I'll be reasoning, can I do this? Will I be able to do this? This is seeming very hard. And that's why I made up my mind from this scripting and the story stage. I just had to write what I could put into it. The turning point. Oh God, I felt like quitting a lot of times. You know, there are 3 processes when making a film. There's the pre-production stage, the production stage, and the post-production stage. While shooting, a lot of things were happening that were discouraging. And in post is definitely one of the hardest periods, because you have to salvage a lot of things. And of course, something definitely went wrong while filming. I won't call this as stressful as writing and editing, but it had its own tussles. When you have such of these problems, makes you very discouraged. That's why there's always a particular law they apply when making movies, which is Murphy's law, which is basically anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Problems I went through while filming this was phone lagging. Of course, I was not using a flagship phone. In fact, that phone is definitely below flagship. So there was a lot of lagging. That you start the thing, we start do hanging. This was during filming and also during editing. NEPA taking light. Finally, NEPA don't give us lights.
So finally, NEPA don't give us lights.
Of course, when you have a particular light source, when there's light outage, it affects the particular balance of the shot, and you have to look for a way around it. One of the difficult parts of making a split screen shot is the light on this side. If it does not match the other side, it can ruin the whole illusion. So I know before making that particular shot, I had to take a lot of steps and a lot of plans. I literally planned out every shot I was going to take, storyboarded it so that I will be able to do it with less stress. And there was a lot of stress. Thankfully, I had these people to support me. I had God to help me, because I could not have done it without him. My siblings and family, who were encouraging and had my back, and of course friends who had already told about it. I didn't want to disappoint anybody that I could not finish it, but literally I made posters for them. One thing I also realized is that filmmaking is way deeper than just aesthetics. Audio always trumps video. That's why I had so much stress working on the audio of the movie. What I learned: you don't need to be perfect to start. What you have around you, you can use it. Incorporate them as elements into the project you want to do. Feel free, start little, and feel free to be growing as you move. Passion isn't enough. Planning and discipline is key. Murphy's Law. I've already talked on Murphy's Law. And yeah, anything that could go wrong can definitely go wrong. Then again, that's why planning is key. Plan for the worst, prepare for the worst. Where I am now, the short film wasn't perfect and I haven't even released it out to the public yet. Maybe later in the future. But it proved something to me, that I could start. And if I can do it, you definitely can. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share to your friends. And, join me as we go on this journey. And always remember, all you need is a great vision.